All right. Well, welcome everyone to the portal. I am very excited that we're here because we're a few days before the solar eclipse that will happen on the 21st. Now, as we were all going through, we've been through this window that we had a lunar eclipse, and now we're actually in the portal of transformation. So, this is why I created this session because for a lot of us, we're going to be going through a shedding of layers, people, and situations that we have resisted at some point in our time. And now the universe is telling us no more. So we're basically being helped to release what we have been resisting. Now, on the 21st, there's going to be this opening and this possibility of new potentials and new welcoming of a new renewed energy. And that's why we have created this session because a lot of us, there's a lot of things going on collective, and there's a lot of things going for us individually. So it can feel very heavy, it can feel very intense, and it can also feel very overwhelming. And when we feel overwhelmed, we tend to close our energy and we tend to go back to our loops, to what we normally do that feels safe for that version of us. Now, since we're in a transformation, we kind of need to see that version, heal that version, and make sure that we're able to embrace what's next for us, right? What's this new energy that we're ready to call in? And for some of us, it's actually really exciting. We're going to be able to call in new energies, new possibilities, even job opportunities, or even receive the next layer of our soul. But if we are full with the past, that is a really hard process for the soul to land. So last week, actually, I was channeling and Mother Earth joined my session and requested this session to happen. And the reason why we're doing it a few days before is so that we have a few days to integrate this session and we're able to actually receive what we've been receiving. So, for some of the people that are in live and for some of the people that are in the replay, I made this question. What has been the past few weeks for you? Some of the people here at the live session have shared that their lives are basically falling down, or life in certain areas of their life are being very tough. For some of them have been challenges in health. For some of them, it has been challenges in the workplace, and in some of us, it has been challenges with relationships or overall people that we're ready to shed, right? So, all of this is normal. I'm here to say that even though it's a collective thing, we're all going through similar processes. So, that's why we're being supported so much by the energetics of the container itself. I will explain who is supporting us in a moment, but the energy of the universe is here supporting us in a very beautiful way. So, but the Mother Earth is the main character here because as we go through this process, she's also going through this process. And we are, in some of us, very connected to our mission, and we're here to support the Earth in some way, shape, or form. So she requested this session as support of the collective. We were going to be doing a little bit of that. So if this feels aligned to you, welcome. And if not, you for that part of the session, you can just say, I don't want to do this. Now, what we're going to be doing is activating each of the people that are here and in the replay to serve the earth and receive as a vessel. So we're just gonna use your intention to activate that space and do a clearing on that. Now that I'm saying the word clearing, we're going to be doing a little bit of a clearing this session. So get ready to shed. And with that, I just want to throw another question to you. I want you to, if you haven't done so yet, have an intention for this session. So, what are you ready to let go? Maybe it's about a person or a group of people. Maybe it's about a situation. Maybe it's about the way you feel towards an area of your life. So just take a moment to draw one or two, not more than five intentions, but just make sure that you write them down because once we put them in paper, we're getting really, really committed to doing the work. So just take a moment as I'm speaking to do that. Um, I myself gonna do that, but I want to let you know that as a collective, we have this opportunity to also change the frequency of the earth, right? So as we raise our frequency, the frequency of our life and where we are will raise too. So that's why we're going to be supporting in this way. Now, I want to speak a little bit about who we're going to be calling. And one of the main guides, as I said, is Mother Earth in her most beautiful essence. And Mother Earth has many names. For some of us, it's called Gaia. For some of us, it's called Pachamama. But for this session, we're going to call her Tanantzin. This is very interesting, and because obviously I am Mexican, but that's not the reason why. This is the version of Mother Earth who is working in true alignment with the sun and the moon. So these are the two other elements that will be supporting us, the sun and the moon, because we're going through an eclipse. So we're going to get prepared for that eclipse on the 21st, and the main areas we're going to be working with the moon and the sun and the moon. And when we talk about the sun and the moon, we talk about feminine and masculine. So see which areas of your life have been more triggering for you in this eclipse season. Have they been female figures? Have they been masculine figures? So just take a moment now to see what element is actually triggering for you. Now, it could be both. It's fine if it's both. So just make a note of whether this energy is tending to be more on one side or the other. All right. And there will be other elements supporting us. We will be channeling some very beautiful energies on the elements. We will be supported by dragons today, and I am very excited to channel that because they are very potent and they're here to support the earth. They actually work very close to the earth and they are awakening. So since we are also awakening, they requested us to work with them. We're going to just briefly mention them. They're going to be the guardians of this session. So just make sure that if you see a dragon, don't freak out. It's part of the process. All right. Let me just check. Yes, well, we will be using two crystal elements. One is going to be the Master Crystal Obsidian, and we're going to be using that to shed. Okay, so if you're getting ready, you probably feel the energy that as we are welcoming these energies, they're showing up for us. And well, lastly but not least, we're going to end the session with the rose frequency. And this is something that has been coming through for the last couple of days. And we are going to be supported by some beautiful pink flowers that were a gift. So I'm just going to bring that energy to this space as well, so that at the end, we all go in a very high vibration of frequency and able to receive with love what the changes are. Now, when I talk about changes, I do want to say that the better approach to changes is to not have a particular idea what will come out of this. Anything that comes out of this is positive for you, but sometimes our ego has some resistance. So it will label it whether good or bad. So let's just try to keep that out of the field as we're just having this interesting support. And whatever comes out of the eclipse season is for the better of you and the humanity, okay? Now, before I start, does anybody have a question, concern that would like me to address? Feel free to either unmute yourself or put it in the chat. I'm happy to read it out loud. No. Okay. Everybody seems to be very excited. I'm seeing very excited faces. I'm so happy to be here. All right. Well, since we have a very tight agenda, I guess we should just begin. So I will guide you into a process. Most of this session I remind you I'm a channeler and a healer, so I will be channeling all the session, and it will be specific for this group, and it will contain all the intentions that we just discussed. Now, this is a session that you don't have to do anything but receive, so feel free to just lay down or rest and be sure that you're able to hear me well. I will guide you through this process, and once we are there, you will be receiving energy. There's nothing else that you need to do, just receive as much as possible during the session. Know that this session is highly contained, highly grounded, and protective to you. If in any moment you feel unsafe, you can disconnect from the session by just saying, I want to disconnect. If you feel that, feel free to do so. Again, this is a very supportive energy and we're here to support us as one. So I invite you to also have an open possibility to supporting the earth yourself by just showing up. So with that said, let's begin. So I invite all of you to closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath in and releasing any tension, any energies that are not yours, just out of the field. Breathing in deeply and breathing out any expectations, any concerns, any to-dos that are not needed right now. Just release them from your field. Good. And just breathing in deeply, allowing the energy of a beautiful crystalline light to fall upon your head as you go down into your face, as it goes down through your entire body, cleansing, clearing, and bringing back to the feet. As it goes, this energy all the way down to Mother Earth. And we're connecting to the most beautiful frequencies of Mother Gaia, of Tonantzin, in all of her forms. We're here grateful for Mother Earth for supporting us in this awakening journey, in these moments in time. We acknowledge all the guides and benevolent spirits and protectors of the land that you're in and of the land that I am in. Welcome, guides, into the space. And just see and sense how the energy begins to shift as all this energy begins to rise through your feet, through your legs, going into each one of your chakras, all the way up to your crown chakra as it expands into a beautiful golden bubble of light, protecting and grounding you at all directions, allowing this energy to continue going up through the sky, through the planets, through the galaxies, through the different dimensions, through the levels, through the laws, and into a pearl opalescent light, pure source energy of unconditional love frequency. And just connect to that light and allow it to expand into each cell of your being. Allow yourself to accept, keep, and receive all of this new energy as it goes all the way to your molecular system. And just see how this energy begins to create a beautiful chamber of light. See how this light is aquamarine at its essence. As we call upon your spiritual team, your guides, your angels, your higher self, and your divine soul to support us in this journey with grace, with ease, and in alignment. And as I call upon my spiritual team, my guides, my angels, my higher self, my soul, and all the benevolent spirits who are here of their own free will to support us and humanity in this portal session. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And just see how that energy begins to shift and amplify its light. Allow yourself to see in this space the energy of Mother Earth standing in front of you with a beautiful crown of roses at her head. See as she approaches to you and welcomes you to this space. And she's here to support us and reconnecting our heart to her heart. As for some of us, our heart has been disconnected from her. So I'm just going to take a moment now to begin that process. Just allow yourself to breathe in and receive this adjustment. And just see how she places her hand on your heart, doing a golden energetic transmission to your heart center. And notice if your heart's rhythm begins to feel different as it connects and sinks back to the resonance of the heart of the earth. We are part of the earth, and we just forgot. So she's here to remind us of how loved and how precious we are for her. So just allow yourself to receive this blessing. And feel free to share any thoughts that you may have with her. Good. Now, Mother Earth will guide you to two different doors in front of you. One at the left and one at the right. We will explore the first door, which is silver at its essence. Allow yourself to see how this portal begins to shine with a silver essence as it begins to be activated. As you walk through, allow yourself to see that you've been transported to the moon itself. See how beautiful the moon is, and see how you feel standing on top of it. See if there's excitement or a sense of fear or any other emotions that may arise. As we welcome the energy of the lunar moon of the earth, and just see how this version of the moon appears in front of you. See how at her hands she's holding a beautiful obsidian mirror. She's inviting you to look into the obsidian mirror and see what has been the guidance through this portal that is showing you that you need to let go. Allow yourself to see through the obsidian to all the unresolved patterns that you are still carrying up to this day that have been showing you that you're ready to let them go. And just take a moment now to be in that sense as we begin to clear all the different aspects that are being shown here. See if you can see how these versions and these topics have kept you small. And try to see if you can see the learning. Allow the moon to show you what has been hiding in your subconscious mind that is ready to be released. And for a lot of the people in this session, there is a great energy on the emotional aspect that is needed to be released. See all the emotions that are bubbling up and see where they are located in your body. Allow yourself to breathe in deeply and breathe out these emotions into the obsidian mirror. Allow these emotions to be released fully from all of your being. Allow all the mental projections and thoughts that keep you stuck in these loops to be also sent to the mirror. And for some of us, There's energies that should not be there. So I'm just going to invite all of these energies to be released also. So I'm just going to take a moment now to let go of these energies from the collective of the group. Good. And now the moon is telling me that some of the people in this collective have certain debts with the moon. So I'm just going to take a moment to clear any contracts that you may have had with the moon in this lifetime and past lifetimes. So I'm just going to take a moment to see those contracts. Some of you in past lives and still in this lifetime work with the moon subconsciously. So we're just going to cancel all negative contracts that are keeping you stuck in these loops, that are holding you back, and that are not allowing you to embrace all of your potential. So I'm just going to clear those out. So just allow yourself to accept if this is the case for you. Allow those contracts to be canceled and cleared. And see all the space that has been created in your field. Good. And just see how the obsidian mirror is now turned into a silver mirror. And this mirror will show you a person or an aspect of yourself that needs healing right now or reconciliation. So just allow yourself to take a look at this beautiful silver mirror that shines with the beautiful energy of the moon, and allow yourself to receive that vision. Allow yourself to observe what is the learning or what are the things that you need to heal in this aspect of yourself or with this person. So I'm just going to do a clearing regarding this. But take this time to express how you feel and what you're ready to let go to this person or this version of you. And if there's any emotions coming up, just allow them to overflow without repression as you acknowledge what you're feeling is true and valid. So just allow yourself to release as you breathe in and breathe out, releasing all that emotional baggage out of your field. Good. And just observe how this mirror begins to fade away, expressing your gratitude to the moon as it has shown you all the subconscious programming and blocks that you were ready to release. Acknowledging that this information might happen now or during your dreams as we get ready to thank the moon for her assistance and allow yourself to take a moment to express your gratitude to the moon, placing an intention that is supportive to you and to the collective. And gently allowing yourself to float back to the portal and coming back to the main room where Mother Earth is waiting for you. See how that portal of silver light disappears as you begin to float now to the portal of the sun that becomes activating and open for you. Allow yourself to go through this portal as you travel through space to the very core of the sun. Allow yourself to feel safe at its presence and just observe how the sun looks today for you. We're going to acknowledge the beauty of the sun and our giver of life to the earth. So just allow yourself to travel and see how the sun has a beautiful mirror as well. And this mirror has the potential to show you who you're meant to be, your soul potential. Before looking at this mirror, see if there's any emotions or fears that begin to arise. And just acknowledge them and allow yourself to surrender them into the earth and into the sun. Good. And whenever you're ready, allow yourself to speak to the sun, your intentions. What are you ready to call forward in your life? What are you ready to embody in this new version of you? And what have you learned about yourself during this portal? Allow yourself to just share this information with the sun. And see how supportive the sun is to our dreams, to our projects, to our desires. Allow yourself to now look into the mirror and see what would happen if you embodied all of your potential, all of that light. And just allow yourself to receive that vision of light as it shines brightly in front of you. Allow yourself to see who you are becoming with gratitude, with love. And as you do so, I'm just going to release some energies of fear. So we're going to release all fears, doubts that are coming into the collective of embracing all of that potential. And allow that mirror to begin to disintegrate and become particles of light that travel through the top of your head, filling you up with all of that vision, bringing that solar frequency to your DNA. As you begin to embody this new possibility, this new opening, and I'm gonna anchor that in. Good. And if you feel ready, just say, I'm ready to embody this new version of me with grace, with ease, with alignment, with divine support. And I'm ready to let go of things that are no longer in my alignment so that I can live through this life with this potential. And just allow yourself to breathe in deeply And allow yourself to express your gratitude to the sun for showing you the possibilities that lay before you. Good. One last adjustment. Good. And before we leave, acknowledge all the support that you have been receiving through your entire life to the sun, as we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for its beautiful energy. Good. So allow yourself to float out back into the main room, allowing yourself to see how you go through this portal back into the room where Mother Earth, Lady Tonantzin, is. And just see how that solar portal disappears. Good. And now, in front of you, next to Mother Earth, there will be a vision of the Earth, the planet Earth, in front of you. In its holographic essence, allow yourself to find the place where you currently are living. Observe that country and observe if there's any challenges that part of the world is going through. We welcome the elements of the air, water, fire, and earth into the space as we gather these dragons who are supporting us today on this session. Allow yourself to focus on the space that you are currently located as we bring in the element of the earth and clearing the earth, the air of that space, of that part of the world. See how this elemental begins to use its beautiful energy to cleanse and clear the air of the entire earth. May the earth and the air be purified with the element of the earth. We welcome the energy of the south with the element of fire as this inner dragon goes through the inner realms and through any fire that is out of balance back to its balance. Balancing the element of fire in the area that you live in and collectively. We welcome the element of water. as we purify the water of all the earth. Shoo, shoo, shoo. And we welcome the element of earth to clear all the minerals and the lands, visible and invisible, of the earth. And as we hold Mother Earth and its elements, just allow yourself to receive a transmission of light that will be supportive for the land where you're currently located. Just allow yourself to receive if you wish to support the earth. See how all these elements begin to activate, raising the frequency of the entire planet. And just set an intention for that part of the earth. Maybe it's realignment with peace. Maybe it's something else. Just allow yourself to express your intention. And just send those intentions as seeds of light to the core of the earth. Good. And just gently look at Mother Earth. And we're going to recognize that she's bigger than us, that she's our mother. And just allow yourself to express any gratitude that you may have for her. I would like to thank Mother Earth, Tenancy, for allowing me to do this work and for all the blessings that it has allowed all the people of the earth to have in great abundance. And Mother Tenancy is gonna take one of those roses at her head and present it to you as a gratitude. for your service today. So allow yourself to receive that rose in your beautiful heart, allowing that rose to expand at your heart center and become bigger and bigger. See and feel how this beautiful fragrant rose begins to envelop you in a beautiful pink bubble of light. And allow yourself to express any last comments that you may have from Mother Earth. As we begin to see a cascade of light washing over you from head to toes, allowing your bubble of light to gently come down from that beautiful place through the different dimensions, through the sky, and into your body. Allow your body to receive all the changes, upgrades, and frequencies that it just witnessed. Allow yourself to see how from your beautiful feet, pink roots of light begin to go down to the center of the earth, grounding you into this beautiful frequency of the earth. As we thank your body for receiving all the changes, activations, and frequencies, may it allow to receive all of this without shock or trauma. And as we thank all the spiritual team, guides, angels, divine beings of light, Mother Tenancy, the dragons, and all who supported us in this session, we release all of the spirits out of the session as we thank them for their support. And as this transmission comes to a conclusion, may this session ripple through the field in service for humanity and for your individual path. May this bring blessings to you and to the earth and humanity. It is done, it is done, it is done. And whenever you're ready, you can begin opening up your eyes and come back into the space. Ooh, how is everybody doing? I feel that some of you feel a little bit um, floaty still. um, is anyone want to share their experience? Questions? Share with me if you saw anything or got any specific message, as we are really ready to support you. That there's a message here that was amazing. Thank you. My pleasure. It was beautiful to watch and witness. All right. Well, how is everybody feeling? Any questions? No? Yes? That was really beautiful, soft and lovable. Oh, I'm happy that that is the experience. Yeah, change doesn't have to be rough all the time, right? It can be also very gentle and easeful, right? It was a beautiful session and a lot of support from a lot of energy. So I may remind everyone, please drink plenty of water. There is a lot to process in the following day. So if you feel tired or very energetic in the next couple of hours, that's very normal. Um, One last remark. Okay, sorry, I was just receiving. If you feel guided to actually bring the energy of the rose to your houses, please do so. Even if it's just one rose or if it's rose incense or rose essence, please feel free to use it during this couple of days so that it's again supporting you, and feel free to put that energy close to your heart as we receive this. Now we receive an activation on the heart center. So if this area feels tendered, it's because that heart is ready to open. And for some of us, there was a lot of shedding. So if you feel like there's emotions coming up, feel free to journal them and release them if that's possible. Do not repress your emotions. It's very important to allow them to be expressed. Um, I feel really good. Thank you so much. My pleasure, Jackie. That was super powerful. I enjoy that so much. Thank you, Gigi. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much. I fell asleep during the big part, but when I woke up, I felt the energy feel great. Fantastic. Yes, it's very normal for sometimes for us to fall off and drift into a little bit of either trance or a sleep state. This is normal. Um, if you feel called to do the replay, please do so a couple of times, but you receive the energy either way. So just allow yourself to allow whatever happened. Maybe you needed to do that to be able to receive all the potency of this session. It was really, really potent and there were a lot of energy. So it is normal that you felt safe enough to release. And yeah, any more questions, comments, fears, doubts? No? Well, I am very grateful, Georgina. The whole time I was seeing lion cat pings. That's beautiful. So, in what part of the session were you looking at it? Was it during the sun or during the entire session?
So every face had a different being. So when we were to the moon, there was one that was like a female, more like a cat. Then when I went to the sun, it was a different one. So it was different on different spaces.
Wow. Okay, this is beautiful. So, if the energy of the felines is calling you, I would explore that a little bit deeper. I know that we have a like I know you, so there's a deeper connection to them that is coming through. So I would actually call them in and say, I want to invite you to connect with me and see what other guidance they can do. Sometimes the cats are protectors, right? And they're also activators. So um, that energy is very close to my field, but feel free to also call it in into you because there were many cats present. We see one cat there and also my babies are cats. So yeah, there's a lot of energy of cat, and that's a very female energy, but also very masculine. So since we work on those aspects, and yes, thank you. So feel free to see in the following days how these energies from the feminine and from the masculine begin to shift. We did quite a big clearing on the subconscious level, especially on the part of the moon. So see if there's any energies that need to be shifting. There was a deeper energy of the feminine side than the masculine. So I guess for the collective group of this session, there's more to be released on the feminine side, which is very connected to the Mother Earth. So I'm not very surprised about that. So if there's anything coming up in the next following days regarding your female essence, or embracing more of your feminine, or your mom or your ancestors, just allow yourself to observe that and acknowledge that this is part of the journey. That was really lovely and powerful. Thank you so much, Georgina. My pleasure, Laura. All right. Um, well, I am very happy about this session. We can wait a little bit more if there's any other comments. Otherwise, I would like to say that I am very grateful and honored to be able to deliver this session. If this made any difference to you, let me know in the following days because I'm very excited to read about your process. And also, I want to let you know that I'm going to be launching a few exciting programs moving forward for the end of the year. So if you haven't signed up for my mailing list, please do so. And I will also like to say, if this session feels aligned to share with other people, we have a few days to do so, so that they also get, the energies for the shedding that will happen on the 21st. And may this session be a blessing to you during this eclipse season. And thank you so, so very much for being here and joining me. We will also be doing more of these sessions moving forward so that we can support the collective. But until then, thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye.